That's definitely a glitch.
He has bugged out. Hence, he has not detonated in a shower of gibs.
Just saving all of these items for the boss. Hobo! You don't know if a hobo simply laid down here, or if they came as a set.
Buy your cart today. Free hobo included.
Free hobo with every cart. Yes, yes, you, good sir. You too would like a hobo.
They make great guard dogs. If you don't mind the smell. Oh, these guys are back. Wonderful.
Yup. Oh, I partially blocked the grooming or dooming.
Which means he held up his hands over his eyes. So he couldn't quite see it, but still could just peek through his fingertips. Deadly Bobber. Oh, Dealy Bobber. Oh.
Oh, Dealy Bobber. I thought it was Deadly Bobber. Oh.
No.
Thank you for noticing that. I keep seeing a D there.
So did I, but I have a habit of rereading everything just to make sure. I think knuckle dusters in and of themselves are considered unsporting in civilized brawls.
Depends. Some allow weapons.
I've legitimately seen people thrown out of bars not because they were brawling, but because they brought a weapon to the brawl.
I can believe that.
Like knuckle dusters or something. A brawl is completely allowed, but knuckle dusters or chair legs or pool cues, that sort of thing, is just not allowed. It's not cricket.
Yeah.
I always found that entertaining, walking past the pub, seeing a guy thrown out and then just knuckle dusters following him. Stay out. You fight in my pub, you fight with Queensbury Rules.
15 more.
Which no one this day and age knows.
What are Queensbury Rules?
The Duke of Queensbury set down the official rules of fisticuffs. Rules by which you're allowed to punch someone in the face. It's like considered a fair fight, so no below the belt sort of thing, no aiming for the face, that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. Alright.
The legitimate, you have to beat your opponent fairly without completely dicking him over kind of thing.
Right.
Which no one follows anymore. Because I think most of us have forgotten them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I remember watching, have you ever seen the movie George of the Jungle?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Where the gorilla tells George, you remember everything I told you about Queensbury Rules and fighting fair? Well, now's a good time to forget it. Yeah, I think pretty much the first rule in the Queensbury's Rules of Conduct is do not hit somebody in the crotch. Because it's just not fair.
Not quite a kill. Not quite. And of course he partially blocked it. The bitch.
I'm not entirely sure how these little robots are getting stronger.
Because they're Mark IIs.
Even so, I mean, not a great deal has changed. Do they have wind-up keys in their backs?
Yes.
What if you just, like, stopped that? Would they stop moving? Or would they, like, spin the opposite way around the key?
I don't know. You can't do it for some reason.
That's a shame. It'd be worth watching.
I know.
So, does that mean they need to be wound up, then?
Yes.
Do they, like, have mutual winding circles?
That depends.
Where they, like, daisy chain?
Do we have mutual circle jerks?
Well, exactly. Like, they daisy chain in a ring, wind each other up.
Because that's what it's being called these days.
Daisy chaining is a thing. Don't look it up, kids.
I know it is a thing. That's the scary part. I am glad I've been hitting all of these blocks, because every successful hit and counterattack that I'm... Damn it! Damn it!
Speak of the devil and he shall come.
It gives you a damage bonus every time you successfully hit an enemy.
Shiny.
Yeah.
He looks very wrathful there.
He does, doesn't he?
He looks kind of like a 1930s Midwest preacher.
Do not make me tell you the
No
story.
offense to the Midwest.
Do not make me tell you the story of the Vampire the Masquerade character I made, who was a preacher who thought his holy mission... He was a vampire whose holy mission was to save his brethren from damnation.
Oh, that must have been fun.
Oh, it was amazing to play.
I can't see his plan really going all too well.
It worked better than one might think.
These mean streets full of biting trash cans and humping robots and hobos.
What this trash needs is constructive after-school activities.
Well, of course.
Sure.
You know, like they take kids on litter collecting trips and stuff.
Yeah.
That's still legitimately a thing in England. They haven't realised it's not helping.
I don't know. We could use more of that here. Oh, damn it, that's right. Hobos are strong versus punches.
That's awkward. But the trouble is not that the litter collecting is bad. It does teach them, like, respect for the community and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all, like, 6 years old, so it doesn't really stick.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they leave primary school, like, nothing else is ever done on the subject.
Yeah. Sort of the problem with any school is you teach them one thing, and then the next school either teaches them something completely different or never does it ever again.
Exactly. So yeah, it was a nice thought, but there's no real letting the message sink in.
Yeah.
Well, that was coordinated.
I just love how Anne Claire comes out with a fucking flamethrower. It's just like, burn!
I'm sure I've seen a little girl with a flamethrower before.
Have you?
Like, that's a really weird sentence, but I'm pretty sure I've seen somewhere, whether it was in a video game or a movie, a small girl in a dress with a flamethrower, and I can't remember where.
I think I know what you're talking about. But I can't think of the name either.
It's a brilliant mental image, but still.
Oh yeah. Hell, it's a brilliant physical image.
I have to admit though, little girls in the right light could well be the creepiest things on earth.
Oh hell yes. That's been shown time and time again.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I've seen, like, all kinds of crazy nonsense. Insanely good artwork of vampires, and I've seen movies that are just like Saw and other horrible crap. But little creepy girls with like black eyes and
You're specifically
white dresses just standing in a hallway.
You're almost specifically talking about The Shining right now.
Well, I was thinking Woman in Black, but yeah, that works too.
Woman in Black was pretty good, I will admit that. I actually preferred the play version that I saw a while back.
Haven't seen the play myself.
Well, it was a different version. The play itself was done with 3 people, and that was it. And it was amazingly well done. Oh my god, it was incredible.
We've gone from little girls with flamethrowers to intellectual discussions about theatre.
A twitching, diminutive man is poking feverishly at a series of cardboard boxes. A small nameplate reads, Dr. Arnold P. Wimple, urinologist.
Brilliant.
Are you boiling pee? I think I smell pee. Are you boiling pee? No, I can't, I haven't, and I won't. I don't have time for you right now. This is a critical juncture. Good day. He seems completely absorbed in whatever he is doing.
Cool. All right then.
So yeah, that was Arnold P. Wimple.
It's ironic, really. I might have had this job at one point. I applied for an apprenticeship in. Completely forgotten the word. But basically, the people who work in hospitals and just like do all the blood they do the tests on all the blood samples and urine samples and all the rest of that nonsense. They have a specific word which has completely escaped me. But yeah, I applied for that job, so that would have been fun. I didn't get turned down. I just never heard from them again, which is about the same thing.
Pretty much.
Can't say I was massively disappointed, but still.
It devastated your life. It's okay, Hugh. We understand.
I've never been the same since. All of that urine and blood and stool samples left untested. My life won't be complete. To be perfectly honest, I just applied for the novelty of having done the job if I'd gotten it. So I could quit a month later and say, yep, I worked in a hospital. Doing an incredibly boring and rather pointless job, but still.
Fuck. You ain't getting our key. It fell on Harry, fair and square. Not sure that constitutes legal ownership. Plus, we're going to take it, so...
Well, we're going to try and take it.
I don't have any more hot toddies, do I? No. Okay.
I mean, it's pretty big.
Okay, we took a giant bolt that is undoubtedly heavier than that.
True. Still not sure where we were keeping that.
Once again, we don't ask those questions. Is it bad that it's easier to hit the moving targets on that special ability than it is the, non-moving targets?
I suppose there could be some argument for hand-eye coordination there, but I can't think of it.
Pretty sure he's dead. Yeah,
Little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a tiny bit, possibly. I mean, you never know. He might be like a sea sponge.
He just grows another part and then stands back up.
Why not? If you get a living sea sponge and you stick it in a blender and then you blitz it, leave it there for an hour and it will pull itself back together again into the same sponge.
That's
same shape and everything.
That's a little terrifying, actually.
And the really bizarre bit is if you put two different sponges in the same blender, blitz them both, they'll separate into the two original sponges.
Wow.
Because biology. They're like Terminators of the Sea World. I want a Tommy gun that never runs out of ammo.
You can have one today, Hugh, for only $95.95. You too can own a Tommy gun with infinite ammo.
I know it sounds really sad, but I used to legitimately send off for adverts like that in crappy magazines.
Really?
When I was little, I had no concept of a scam. It just did not occur to me that these people were lying. It's like, X-ray glasses.
Well, there's the thing is,
£5.
X-ray glasses may have been a bit much, but you actually could get novelty little things that actually did work. But it would be one person out of several hundred million that would get it.
Well, all the ones I applied to, I got, but they always had this tiny little bit of small print that I never paid attention to, and my parents always pointed out when I complained, that said, not a real item, just a novelty replica, kind of thing. And it always came as this little plastic knockoff that fell apart in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was always consistently disappointed by it. You'd think I'd learn, but nope. problem robots.
It's okay, Hugh. We're ridding the world of them one robot at a time.
It's a shame we can't make like some robot-based plague or an STD. Plant it in fruit. Problem solved.
What problem are we solving, though?
I don't know. Take a check.
Marshmallows. No, wait, no, that's not a problem.
No, we just fill fruit with like oxidizing agents and just scatter them throughout the area.
Yeah.
And then they'll all go after these fruit and their appendages will rust off. And they will never bother anyone again.
But, Hugh, I don't think we've covered the question of who is they.
Well,
Either that or I just didn't hear you if you did say it.
The robots.
Oh, okay.
Well, what else would oxidizing agent work on?
Shh.
I mean, we could fill it with, like, spermicide, but wouldn't work on robots. Might work on hobos.
Maybe.
No, hobos don't eat fruit.
This is true, they don't. But they do eat potatoes. But they do eat potatoes.
I have never walked down a street and seen a hobo just munching on a raw potato.
Well, I mean,
It's an interesting thought, though.
potatoes are part of course, the meal thing that I'm thinking of is not a legitimate meal that hobos have. But we learned in one camp I was in to make hobo steak. And it was really just like grab a hunk of meat, wrap it in aluminum foil with some vegetables and a potato, and put it over a fire. And that was the entire thing.
Fair enough.
But I mean, that's a decent meal.
Credit where it's due, though. I have seen a man munching on a raw onion like it was an apple.
I have seen that too. That is not unheard of.
Strikes me as completely insane, but
Well, I mean,
Fair
some
enough.
people just like onions, as no matter how disgusting they smell.
it's because they have layers.
Did you really just make that joke?
I had to. It was stuck in my head as soon as onions came up.
I'm a little disappointed in you, Hugh. I'm not gonna lie.
It could have been a cake joke, and that would have led me on to lies. So consider yourself lucky.
I don't know, Hugh. I don't know.
Could be worse. Cody's been making terrible puns since yesterday.
He's been making terrible puns since forever.
No, I mean non-stop. Every single sentence is another rubbish pun. It's both hilarious and annoying.
Okay, yesterday I had to sit through like 20 minutes of playing Dawn of War 2 Retribution, The Last Stand. I had to sit through 20 minutes of some guy doing the "Yo dog, I heard you like" meme over and over and
How does he have so much material?
It wasn't material. He would just take whatever and use it.
Wow.
Yo dog, heard you
I
like
don't
chaos sorcerers, so we put more chaos sorcerers in your chaos sorcerer so you can sorcerer while you chaos. What?
I don't think he's quite getting the point of the meme.
Yeah.